show you how easy it is. Well, he's going to show you how easy it is to do your own tiles.
Exactly.
But first, we want to start by talking about some tile trends. We talked about food trends, now tile trends. There's certain things that are really hot right now for this year. What are people loving?
Well, people are loving, first of all, these metallic tiles. This is pretty huge right now in various selections. These penny mosaics have been around a long time, but this is a modern take on it. You can't beat a classic 3x6 subway tile, which is this right here. This has a beveled edge. And then people are putting more of a contemporary twist on it, so they're going with these contemporary colors, grays and blacks. Everybody loves gray and black right now.
It's huge.
I personally love matte colors, so this one up here is a matte black. And it's outside your conventional size. Like traditionally, subway tiles are 3x6, but that's a 2x8.
Right.
So whatever your imagination, you can come up with basically any size or pattern. But we're
sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say we can jump into the demo.
We are. What I was going to say about tiles, though, is that what's cool is the prices have come down so much. You can go to big box stores and get some of these tiles, and sometimes it's just in the way you place them that makes it new and fresh.
Yeah, exactly. So for our purposes here, we're doing classic 3x6 subway tile. Now, the origin of the subway tile, if you didn't know, comes from the New York City subway system, right? So we're doing staggered brick pattern, but you're saying with the pattern, a lot of people put these in lines, you call it stacked. And you can change it with different pops of grout. So we're going to start with this. This is half done, and we want to make sure we have the right tools. This is something that anybody can do. All the materials are pre-mixed. So for wall tiles, we want to use a pre-mixed glue, which is this right here. And we want to use the right trowel. So this trowel here has got the little notch. It's called a V-notch trowel. So the bigger the trowel, the more glue. The tiles aren't going to stick.
Okay, so you can see that right there, that sort of that jagged edge.
V-notch.
V-notch, that's what it's called. It's very technical.
Okay, very technical, because the other one has a square notch. That's more for floor tile. We're focusing on doing backsplash tile, okay?
Okay,
so we want to get a little bit of glue.
You might not want to do your whole bathroom, but in terms of taking on a backsplash, that's something that you can manage. This is something anybody can do.
It's a good time of year to tackle that backsplash if you don't have one done.
Right.
Okay, so you want to evenly spread the glue with the V-notch trowel.
Does it matter, Chris, if you, let's say you're a new tiler and you're not that fast at it?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? You still put all that glue down?
Yeah, you put all, the nice thing is with this glue here is that it doesn't dry like cement does. And that's why we're just saying, DIY, anybody can do a backsplash tile. When you start getting into pre-mixing cement and grout, it dries quickly, so you have to work with. This is easy. So I've already started this here. The idea is with the V-notch, it actually creates its own suction. That's why we have this, right? So
I see.
We're going to line this up, right? Staggered brick pattern. And is there, pop one in there.
Is there anything I need to know about? Like I see you have these
tile spacers.
Tile spacers. You should put those in at some point.
Right. I'd say for the novice, you want to do the tile spacers.
Yeah, that would be me.
They actually come in different thicknesses. So this is a 3/16 one, like our notch.
Right.
But being a professional, I can just kind of eyeball it, right?
He's a pro.
I'm a pro.
Okay.
A lot of time on the tools, a lot of time with the trowels.
That's right.
And you find, too, the nice thing is with the glues, you don't want to have too much. So eventually we're going to clean that out, because if there's too much on there, it's going to be hard to get the grout. So moving to this one here, we're done. Our backsplash is done, or our shower surround is done. I've cleaned out all the notches.
How do you clean those out? Do you just take a knife and go through like an extractor?
I just use a utility knife.
Okay.
But you don't want to go too far in, because you can actually damage the wall and behind. So different kind of trowel. This is called a float trowel. It's basically a really dense sponge. Right? Easy. Pre-mixed grout. Scoop this out. Contemporary color going with the gray. And you basically, we're just going to work it all in.
So you do have options there when it comes to the grout. Some people get really funky.
People get really funky.
Navy blue and the white
black
tile.
I prefer lighter shades of gray or bone, which is off-white.
So do I.
Because white tiles or white grout always looks dirty. It always looks mildewy. If you go gray or black or blue or red, you can never tell.
And if you're one of those people that dirt is going to drive you nuts, hello me. You might want to think of using a different color. That's going to be a little bit more forgiving.
Now, it looks a little messy right now. But what we do is once we've worked the grout into all these joints, let it set up for an hour or so. Yeah, give her a go.
So is there any kind of a process for doing this? Do you care, or can I just be like all willy-nilly?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to get too willy-nilly. You want, that's just crazy.
It's like, don't do that.
That's just crazy. See how I'm using? I'm basically putting all the pressure on one side.
Okay.
So I'm working it in, but then I'm scraping it off like a squeegee. Here, give her a go.
Okay, let me try that. So work it in, and then scrape.
Yeah, there you go.
Off.
Perfect. You're a pro.
Okay.
You want a job?
You know what? I think I'll hire you for a job. Yeah.
So just give it a little. So now you got to give that a scrape, like basically squeegee it off.
Okay. This is a good little workout there too.
Really, anybody can do this. Anybody can tile their backsplash.
So now we've got all of this residue left on the tiles. What do we do to get rid of it, and how do we make sure that everything is even?
So once it sets up, like this stuff is pre-mixed. Like I said, stuff that you're mixing is going to set up really quick, so the work time is a lot shorter.
Yeah.
This stuff here, let it set up. Grout sponge, you get this wet, not soaking wet, just damp.
Yeah.
And you're going to sponge it off.
Wipe it down.
Wipe it down. Then after, once it's fully cured, at least 24 hours after, you're going to use a grout sealer.
Okay.
Because the grout, in fact, will stain or start to pull out.
Got it, and that's going to keep it in there.
It's going to keep it in there, and it's going to keep it clean.
This is completely out of your range, though, but do you know a good thing for cleaning grout? Is there anything you would recommend to use to clean it?
There's multiple products at Home Hardware, at Home Depot that's designed specifically.
Yeah.
You have to be careful, though, what's in it, because a lot of times it can actually damage the grout or damage the tile. Ceramic tile is easy. They're virtually indestructible.
Yeah.
You start getting it in natural stones. A cleaner or sealer can actually damage the stone. This is a pretty easy, inexpensive tile.
Yeah.
If you had Carrara marble, I don't have any natural stone. If you had Carrara marble, you could destroy the tile. So you want to be careful what you're sealing it with and what you're cleaning it with.
And in terms of price, these are fairly inexpensive.
These are dirt cheap. This is by far the most economic tile to buy and fairly easy to do. Other than the mosaics are actually on a sheet.
Yeah.
So those will just link together.
Right.
A little trickier to put those in, a little trickier to grout these. This is pretty much tiling 101.
Very nice.
I taught myself to tile with these, so.
You did, huh?
Yeah.
You're so good. Okay, if you are a DIY diva, be sure to go to our website. As I mentioned earlier in Carson's segment, we keep our instructions online at cityline.ca. And if you do a project, like if you want to go home and do your own grout or tile your own backsplash, we want to see. So it's at cityline.ca, hashtag at mycityline.